Hello, everyone. A happy Monday. I hope your week and your year are off to a good start. I've had something on my mind that I want to talk about for a while. If you happen to be someone who's listening to the replay, I just want to let you know that I'm going to chit chat a little bit because it can take a minute or two for Facebook to get the word out that I'm live here. So I want to give people a minute to catch up with me and show up. I don't want people to miss anything. So while I'm doing that chit chat, I did want to let you all know that I have a 21-day mindset makeover coming up. It starts 1 week from today. And it's going to be amazing. I'm going to give you 7 keys to using negative experiences to just shoot you forward in a much better way. I'm going to help you take 3 steps to supercharge your forward motion. And I'm going to help you learn how to use like this amazing power of your mind to fuel your motivation forward. And my hope is that you can use this to kind of tie in with your New Year's goals or New Year's resolutions if you had them. And so that's like the big hope, is that that's just a service for you. And it's a really short mini program. And I can see that people are hopping on. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about my main topic now, which, it's been on my mind. I just, I used to have a coworker who would talk about giving up the ghosts a lot. And that phrase just came up to my mind, and it's been coming up a lot with clients I'm working with. And I'm realizing that, every relationship is haunted a little bit. Every relationship is haunted by the past. Your past, your partner's past, and your shared past together. My relationships are haunted by my past, my partner's past, and our shared past together. And these hauntings are really subtle, but they're significant, and they often cause a lot of derailing. And for single people looking for partners, it makes it hard to even find one. So just like reflect on this for a second. Who broke your heart? Who made you believe you were unlovable? How did you come to doubt your own worth? What happened that made you think that you're never good enough and you have to be perfect, or you're going to be abandoned, or you're going to lose your job? What event taught you that other people are not to be trusted? And we're all haunted by negative events. We're haunted by moments when our needs weren't met, hurtful things that people said casually or in passing, or times when we were outright abused. There are times when our parents are incapacitated or unavailable, like maybe they were sick even. It might be that they're innocent of this. But these instances when someone else, failed to navigate their own emotional limitations or their own hauntings, leaves us a little bit haunted. And when we're haunted by these past experiences, it's hard to open up to new ones. Like if we have a past experiences that say we're unlovable, it seems like we're never going to find anyone who fully and deeply loves us for all that we are, and who can hold us with compassion and tenderness and support us just the way we are. If we've had like parents who demand out a lot of people pleasing, and I'm like thinking of many, several of my clients who have like seriously people pleasing parts, we don't think we can be authentically ourselves in relationship, because we think if we stand for what we really need and what we want and what makes us come alive, we're going to lose relationships. You can start to think that, real love only happens for other people, or it's something that just happens in the movies. And that's because you're haunted by past experiences. In order to let love in, you're going to have to give up the ghosts of relationship past. You're going to have to heal the wounds that those relationships left behind. And that healing looks like a lot of things. To some degree, it looks like mourning the actual loss of that person. So you may have had like I had a high school sweetheart who was completely emotionally unavailable. I had to mourn that relationship fell apart. I had to grieve that. But you sometimes have to also, like, you might be healing a relationship with someone who's still in your life. Like if it's a parent, you're not going to just shut the door and never talk to your parents again. But you have to mourn that you won't get to have the kind of relationship you want with your flawed parent. You might have to grieve that you'll never have the opportunity to have the fullness of relationship that you really wanted to have with this person. But you're also going to have to look for the traces that these hauntings left behind, traces that other people leave you with. And I'm going to give you just a few examples. Thinking to yourself that you're too old, too fat, too thin, too short, too tall, too progressive, too whatever, and no one will love you. All the people my age want to date someone younger. There's no one out there for me. I've looked, there's no one. It won't last. I mean, even if I find it, it's not going to last. Someone's going to die. It won't last. I just have a bad picker. I don't know how to pick the right people. I always pick, narcissists, abusers, addicts. No one wants me. I'm broken. I'm unlovable. Those negative self beliefs, that negative self talk, that is a sign that you're haunted by a past relationship. You didn't just come up with that yourself out of the blue. You learned that somewhere, and you can unlearn it. You can unlearn any of the things. Like, you've been brainwashed to believe this nonsense. You can wash your brain clean of nonsense. None of this stuff is true. There is somebody out there who is taller, shorter, richer, poorer, thinner, heavier, whatever, more whatever than you, who is falling in love right now. Their loved one is just smitten with them. And somebody else right this minute as we're talking, and I say this all the time because I think it's true, right this minute on Earth, somewhere on Earth, someone is having their last first date. Somebody's falling in love right now, and they're just like you. They're just a human being. They're not all supermodels and super wealthy. They're just average people. The main thing blocking you from having a deeply satisfying relationship isn't anything about you other than the fact that you're haunted. You're haunted by a past relationship that left you with this trace behind that makes you think that it's not possible for you anymore. And when you give up the ghosts, and when you heal the woundedness caused by those past relationships, you'll get a super clear vision, a picture of what's been missing all along. And even more importantly, you're going to be completely aware of how easy and healthy and normal everything is that you've been wanting in a relationship. I lead my clients through a clarity process. And by the time they're done with the clarity process, they're like, oh my God, this is nothing. I'm not asking too much. I'm not being too picky. I should totally be letting people go if they can't give me this. And you'll realize everything you've ever needed is within the realm of normal, healthy love. And when you recognize that that's normal, healthy love, when you go on a date with somebody that you perceive doesn't have that available, you're not going to blame yourself anymore. That self-criticism that comes up is about being haunted by the past. You are going to recognize they're not a match, and you're going to move on and let them haunt someone else. And meanwhile, you get to find someone who is emotionally available and who realizes what a treasure you are and cherishes you. And if you happen to already be married or have a partner, this haunting can look differently, and it has different solutions. So what we then try to do is recognize that if your partner can't meet your needs, it's likely because they are also haunted. And we try to get both of you haunt free, try to get both of you cleared and healed from the woundedness of that past situation. And I work with couples and singles. And so if I'm working with a single person, it's just that one person that we're doing that work with. And if it's a couple, we do that with them together side by side. But at any rate, if you're interested in learning more about how relationship coaching with me can help you give up the ghosts and open yourself to a whole new experience where you get the satisfying, healthy love that you deserve, that you need, that every person on earth loves, like we all need it, we all deserve it. If you're interested in that, just drop me a comment below, drop me a message. I know dating and romance and love is like absolutely the most delicate thing that I could be talking about. And here I am in public. But so if you're not comfortable commenting, please just reach out with a message. I'm happy to hear from you. I'm happy to chat. You don't have to be ready to commit to coaching. You can just be chit-chatting. So don't worry about that. I love to have that conversation with people. So that's what I wanted to say. It's been on my mind. Give up the ghosts. For your sake, and actually for the sake of the people who need your love, because when you're haunted, you can't love them either. So that's a whole different topic. We'll go into that another time. Mwah! See you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.